Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you for our Q3 Mansa-X Shariah results briefing. As you are aware, we release our results on a quarterly basis to make sure that we update our investors on the returns the fund is making each and every end of the quarter. So this is for Q3 2024. Mansa-X Kenya Shilling Fund, we managed to achieve a net return of 3.51 for the quarter ended September 2024. While on the US dollar Mansa-X Shariah Fund, we managed to achieve a return of 2.3%. This takes us to a total, an annualized return for the total 9 months that we have been running the fund ending September 2024 for the Kenya shillings to achieve an annualized result of 12.67%. While on the Mansa-X Shariah US dollar fund, we managed to achieve an annualized return for the 9 months of 8.24%. In comparison to our previous quarter, which was Q2 2024, we managed to actually achieve a better results than we did in Q2. That is for the Kenya shilling, we did 2.66 in Q2 2024, while in Q3 2024 for the Kenya shillings, we managed to achieve a net return of 3.51%. That is a substantial growth from our previous quarter. While on the dollar, we managed to achieve in Q2, our results were 1.62% net return. While Q3 2024, we managed to achieve for the dollar 2.3% net return for our investors. That shows a good improvement from our previous quarter results. And this shows basically the growth of the fund in general, and also improvement as we progress to the year and the quarters, that we are improving and doing our investments more diligently to make sure that we attain better results for our investors. We are also very hopeful as we progress into the Q4 2024, the results will be much better and to record more improved returns for our investors as we progress to the year. On the markets for Q3, we witnessed quite some volatility in the beginning of the quarter, that is Q3 2024. And this is mainly due to the low liquidity, which usually happens in the summer months. For example, the Bank of Japan, towards the end of July, raised the interest rates, which sparked a sell-off, and that spilled over to the month of August. And this affected the markets across the globe on both equities and the sukuks. However, towards the middle of the quarter to the end, we witnessed some improvements, as reported on the Dow Jones Sukuk World Index, which recorded a rise in or growth in the Sukuk Index by 4.5%, while on the equities or the stock markets, on the Dow Jones Islamic World Index recorded an improvement or a growth of 4.57%. around the same time of Q3 2024. In comparison with the other indices, the Nasdaq and the S&P recorded 1.9 and 5.53% growth around the same period respectively. That is Q3 2024. This was as a result of the continued cut of interest rates by major central banks across the globe, which improved the markets towards the end of the third quarter. As central banks across the globe continued to cut interest rates, led to the drop in the yields. that resulted in the outperformance of the Sukuk markets, which positively impacted the returns for our investors for the quarter 3 2024. For our quarter 3 top 10 holdings, we have our fact sheet, which we released as per our industry standard, which you can always refer to. For the Kenya shillings, we held Sukuk bonds, Islamic ETFs, stocks in various industries, including retail, healthcare, technology, and industrials. For our dollar, the USD Mansa-X Shariah Fund, we also had holdings in Sukuks, bonds, Islamic ETFs, the Wahid Islamic ETF, stocks in various industries as well, cutting across retail, healthcare, technologies, and industrials. During the period of quarter 3 2024, the technology stocks underperformed in comparison to the other industries who performed relatively better than the technology stocks for that period. For any further clarifications, kindly refer to the term sheet, which is available in all our major pages across the social media platforms and our website for further details on the same. As we progress to the last quarter of the year, quarter 4 2024, there are a lot of developments that are actually happening across the globe. Key among them, the upcoming US election, which is definitely going to affect the market. The key developments, which has been also happening, which we'll keep monitoring in the Middle East, geopolitical developments that actually keep, and we are observing how that will affect the markets. And of course, the continued interventions by the central banks will also have an impact on how the market will perform for quarter 4 2023. We are hopeful that the impacts or those major events will positively impact on the markets for quarter 4 2024. As a Sharia compliant investment bank, we would like to once again assure and confirm to our investors that every investment that we do, whether it is investments in the global markets, whether it's investment in other asset classes that we are deploying the investments in, we always make sure that we are in compliance with the Sharia guidelines as directed by our Sharia supervisory board members, who always do their quarterly audits on the fund to make sure that whatever is invested in is in compliance with the Sharia supervisory guidelines. We also have our internal Sharia department that makes sure or authorizes every transaction that is undertaken by our trading desk to make sure that also investments are done into halal counters and also in accordance or in line with the Sharia guidelines as laid down in our investment policy. I would like to take this opportunity to once again thank our investors who have been with us throughout the year. We are hopeful and looking forward to better results as we progress towards the end of the year. For those of you who have not joined us yet, I again welcome you on board and join us and invest with us through our Mansa-X Shariah Kenya shillings and the Mansa-X Shariah US dollar fund, where you are assured your investments is in line with the Sharia principles, and that every return that you get from Mansa-X Shariah Fund, Kenya shillings, and Mansa-X Shariah Fund US dollar is a halal return for your, as you grow your wealth.